Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning into the always informative, always entertaining, The Boxing Authorities. Joining me at the desk, as always, from Grove City, I almost said Lionel Richie. We were talking about the Commodores. Luther Dupree Jr., Smoking Jim Frazier, and my name is Claudio Relsano. Yeah, we were talking about the Commodores, and I got Lionel stuck. You don't mind being compared
Richie,
to Lionel?
Oh, man, I want his paycheck. Yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you. All right, let's get this out of the way, Luth, and then we're going to go to a break. You look under the dictionary of throwing your career away and being an idiot. In my opinion, you get Ryan Garcia. The guy has some physical talent, but I said all along I wasn't sure what he was going to be upstairs. Even after his, in quotes, win after Haney, the way he behaved, and before the way he behaved, and how he quit against Tank. And that's good. That's fine. That's fine. But then when you start saying all the garbage that he's been saying and acting the way he's acting, to me, the WBC, Luther, did a great job. And I want to ask you, does that mean all of boxing is not going to have him? I don't understand all that. Maybe you guys know. But that was awful. It was sickening. It was stupid. It was unnecessary. Mm-hmm. And for my money, I don't want to see him. I don't want to talk about him after that.
Kudos to WBC for doing what all the organizations. Where's the IBF? Where's the WBO? Where's the WBA? They all should drop this bum. I tried to tell some people that he was trash years ago, and he finally exposed himself. When you say things like that, there's three people that tell the truth in the world, right, Jim? Kids, people who are angry, and people who are drunk. Everything he said on that tape is how he really feels. You're talking about digging up a dead man and deleting him again? Come on, man. You're talking about joining one of the most racist groups this country has ever seen in the KKK. The most. Listen, man. He's canceled. I want to see all these boxers come out hard on him. He's a clown. He's a disgrace to boxing. Some people had the nerve to say he was the next Sugar Ray Leonard. No, he's more like the next Adolf Hitler the way he's talking. Get rid of this guy. He has no business in boxing. He's a disgrace, cheats the sport, never makes weight. He lies, and he's a racist. Get him out. I'm glad the WBC did what they did. He looks better going. He's canceled for life.
Stupid question. Who is his promoter?
Oscar De La Hoya.
Oh, that's right. And they had issues, right? Am I right or wrong?
They had issues. You know,
do you think Oscar drops him?
Oscar's not going to drop him. No, he should have. And the fact that he only got a year was wrong. He should have got more than a year because what you had in your system, none of those supplements had that in their system. You have to physically put that in there. And I believe he was on other things, but he was able to wash it out, allegedly. But he was a different fighter, and I gave him credit. But once it came out that he was cheating, he tried to. When you go in there overweight and you're on PEDs, you're trying to hurt somebody. And what he said on that tape, he was trying to delete Devin Haney. I hope Devin Haney does sue him, take him for everything. You have.
Is there talk about that?
Yeah, he's talking about taking him to court. Caleb Plant's wife is talking about taking him to court for what he said about her. Mm-hmm. Yes. A lot of guys, you know. So I dislike the guy. I didn't like him before. Now I really despise Ryan Garcia. And I was glad to see his brother get knocked out on Saturday. I wish it was him. He got escorted out of the ring, but it was good to see Garcia take another L.
Jim?
Speaking of taking L's.
Well, a lot of white people don't like black people, and a lot of black people don't like white people. Freedom of speech. I can separate what a guy does as an athlete and what he does off the court or field. Listen, one of my favorite baseball players of all time was Ty Cobb. Ty Cobb ended up beating a black man half to death because he didn't get off the sidewalk fast enough. You had to get off the sidewalk when a white man walked down the street. How about Bull Connors? Bull Connors hated black people, but Bull Connors started in the media, and Bull Connors was the play-by-play announcer and was excellent for the Birmingham Black Barons in Birmingham, Alabama. So you got John Rocker, Don Imus, Fuzzy Zellers, Jimmy DeBree. And everybody loved Muhammad Ali. He thought all white people were devils. And everybody loved him. So that's how Ryan feels.
That is fake news.
Out the ring, in the ring, he's an outstanding fighter. Just like Muhammad Ali, who thought all white people were devils.
Was it necessary, though, to sell that garbage? I mean, I don't like it on any side. I don't. And that bothers me whenever when the media tries to, what do you call it, like scratch the scab. Yeah. I don't like that. You know, I just don't. what the hell was the point of him saying that? You're a boxer. And I'm going to tell you something else. I grew up in sports, as we all did. And I've looked up to many athletes, but they had to be good people who were good at what, I mean, yeah, they could be good at what they do, sure, but they had to be good people. There's people who look up to him and try to emulate.
You didn't like Cobb? He 4,000 hits.
I didn't care one way or the other. He was a great baseball
Great,
player, but
great,
I didn't like
great.
the stuff that he
Great.
did. No, but he did some good things. He helped some players who didn't have money. But was it necessary to be racial?
Did you
That's
look
what
up
I'm
to
trying to say.
Muhammad Ali? Thought all white people were the devil?
Listen, first of all, Jim, I would rebuttal. He was not
I
loved.
don't think you're a devil.
Listen. Muhammad Ali was not loved when he was boxing. He was hated. He was loved when he stopped talking. So don't even go there, Jim. He wasn't loved as a boxer.
right.
But
he
was this
hated.
necessary
And
to say?
this you cannot compare Muhammad Ali to what Ryan Garcia
Muhammad
said.
Ali,
He
Muhammad
never
Ali
did
from
anything like that.
74 to 1980 was loved.
Okay,
He was
well,
still
but
boxing.
Ali had some. He was hated.
He was hated,
And when
Jim.
you get hated,
He was hated in the 60s, yeah.
Jim, he was hated.
When he was
Well,
walking
he was
around
hated.
with Malcolm
And
X.
then once he
Shakespeare
lost
said,
the
"You
voice.
tickle me, I laugh. You prick me, I bleed." He was pricked. He bled. He got pissed.
I knew
Okay.
Jim was
Am
going
I
to come
right
here
or
and
wrong?
tap dancing for Ryan Garcia because you had the nerve to call him Sugar Ray Leonard.
Am I right or wrong though?
Yeah,
With that.
yeah,
Now,
you're right.
Garcia. Who bothered Garcia? Who?
Devin Haney calls him Sugar Ray too.
Oh,
No,
please.
but what
Devin
did?
Haney
But what,
calls
what,
him a loser
what
and a
did-
cheater.
Why did Garcia go on this tangent? Because that's who he is.
Because that's who he feels. That's what he feels, and that's fine.
Is he
said
the
it.
only Mexican that feel that way?
No.
You don't like Mexican. The
Jim, stop
WBC
saying-
should
Jim,
suspend
Jim,
you.
stop saying that.
They should
Stop
suspend
saying that,
you.
Jim.
But
Stop saying
he
that.
came out and
He
said
came
it.
out and said the most vile things you've ever
not
heard.
only that, but everything he does.
Yeah.
The way he behaves,
the way he's
he
talking
acts.
about guys' wives and all this other
And then
weird
what was
stuff.
the other
The
thing?
same
With
way
P. Diddy. Remember
AB
someone with P.
does.
Diddy?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Same way
He's
AB does.
What? Listen, we're not talking. Quit trying to
No,
move the
no, I'm
goalposts.
just
We're
saying.
talking about Ryan Garcia and what he did. And you
We
went
like,
to
like
we
some
like,
things.
we like Adrian
No.
Broner in the ring when
Adrian
he was good.
Adrian
outside
Broner.
the ring.
Listen, Adrian Broner.
He's
is
talking about
getting
my
shot.
baby.
Adrian,
He's talking about my
Adrian
baby.
Broner
The
is
boxer.
getting
He's
punished.
talking about my baby.
Come on, Jim. We're not now.
He said
He's
she's
getting
sleeping
punished.
with everybody
AB.
but me.
Not him either.
Not him.
And that's why he was
But
mad.
I just don't think that stuff, especially in this day and age, is necessary.
No. And he needs to
and
be
it's
canceled.
wrong.
I need more people to come out against this.
You know what I need is for promoters not to put their fighters against them.
Yeah. Well, Tank Davis said, "Don't even ask me for a rematch." I was glad to hear him say it.
Yeah.
Too bad Floyd is not on that train. Of course, he's like a smoking Jim type. You know.
Well, I'm just being honest.
You know what
He's
Floyd will
like a
do?
gym type.
You know what Floyd will do with it?
He'll try to
promote
market.
his
He'll
site,
try to
he'll
market.
his
Yeah.
site.
Well, I ain't going to Spanish Harlem no time soon.
It just bothered me. It wasn't
It was
necessary.
terrible. It was terrible.
And it's so.
Cancel. I'm done. I'm glad his brother
I
lost.
won a lot of money. I won a lot of money.
What, on his brother losing?
On that Haney fight. On that Haney fight. So.
All right. Well, when we
Well,
come
guess
back,
what? It doesn't count. It's an O in the record.
No,
but they
I didn't have
removed
to
it.
give my
They
money
removed
back.
it.
I ain't have to
They
give my
removed
money
it.
back.
Claudio, he got his O back, like I told you.
But my money's still in my pocket, and Ryan Garcia didn't have to give his money back. That $12 million he won at the casino. So, we didn't have to give it back.
All right. Well, again, this was part of the Boxing Authorities news. When we come back, more Boxing Authorities news as well as fight results that has happened since we've been on the air last. So come on back to the Boxing Authorities. Got to put my phone away. All right. Welcome back to the Boxing Authorities. All right, Luth. Before we get to fight results, there's talk of a Canelo Benevitez fight, but Canelo said, what's he bring to the table? He doesn't bring anything to the table, which he does. But having said that, I thought about you because I know you're going to be upset. But were you impressed with Benavidez's last fight as light heavyweight?
Well, moving up to a new weight division, his power didn't transfer as much as I thought it would. He still showed skills, but he's not going to be that knockout guy. He's not going to be the Mexican monster at 175. These are bigger guys. They take a bigger punch, but he's still going to be a force up there. But as far as Canelo, listen, he brings more than Jaime Maguire. He brings more than Caleb Plant.
Thank
he
you.
brings more than Edgar Berlanga.
Oh.
I mean, he brings more than Billy Joe Saunders. So what is he
Keep
saying?
going.
He's
Keep
just
going.
saying he doesn't want to fight the Mexican monster because he knows he's going to take another L.
That was a stupid
It's
comment.
a horrible thing.
You just named three
I
guys,
hate when guys say that. He brings nothing to the table.
But you just named 3-4 guys off the top of your head.
That he's better
Great
than already,
points.
and I could name a lot more. Jacobs,
Danny
Jacobs. He brought
who
more
just
than that.
lost. He's done.
He's done. Listen, man, David Benevitez is all wrong for Canelo. The fact that he's not fighting him, not taking heat, he's a coward. He's a coward until he fights David
And what do you always say?
Benevitez.
Cherry picking.
Cherry picking. He's a cherry picker, Jim. Jim, you're just taking L after L, Jim.
Now, Luther just made some great points, and he named names. What do you bring to the table? What did those guys?
Insane.
What's
He
that?
sounded insane.
No, what does? Who's a bigger draw? And if I were Benevitez, I'd say the hell with you. I'm going super middleweight.
Here's the thing. Have
Is it
those
my
guys,
turn?
have those
Is it
guys
my
ever had a
turn?
pay-per-view that did as much
Is
as
it my
David
turn?
Benevitez? No.
Is it my turn?
Go.
Go ahead.
All right, it's my turn. Listen, first of all, I'm in agreement with Canelo. It's going to take 150 to 200 million. Listen, how long did Mayweather take to fight
Pacquiao?
Pacquiao?
Pacquiao wouldn't get
You know what it
take the
took?
shot.
224
No,
million.
it
That's
took-
what.
it
That's
took-
what Mayweather.
no.
Let me finish. Mayweather got 224 million. Pacquiao got 122 million. Canelo gonna get 150 million, and Benevitez will get 40 to 60
Who's
million.
Canelo going to get 140 off of to fight who?
He wants 150 million to fight Benevitez,
That's
just
insane.
like Mayweather got 224 million.
And the reason
for
why he's
fighting
saying that is
Pacquiao.
because he knows he's not going to
Exactly.
get it.
No,
and
no,
the
that's
fight will
no,
fall
that's
down the
another-
roof.
That's another duck move.
Listen,
Give me
It's a
that
duck
one.
move.
here's
Really,
a duck
get out of
move.
here.
It's a duck
The
move.
great Sugar Ray
stop.
Leonard would not fight Tommy Hearns until the purse got big enough.
But he didn't
because
say anything
Tommy's
ridiculous, though.
Whoa, what do you mean? He said it. He said, "I'm not going to fight
Well,
him."
that's a
until
business
the
move.
people-"
That's a business
This
move.
is a business
No, that's
move.
in my opinion. I don't
Listen,
think it
if you
is.
can get, would you fight Benevitez for 40 million when you can get 200 million?
He's not getting 200
How come?
million.
How come Mayweather got
Because that was
224 million?
the biggest
How
fight.
come Mayweather
Manny
got?
Pacquiao
How
had
come-
led pay-per-views.
No,
He
they
was a
waited
top
for
guy.
years for that
And
fight.
you know why?
Yeah,
And
'cause
his
he
trainer-
wasn't getting the right number.
Manny Pacquiao's trainer said because Manny would not take the
tests.
PED
Right,
test.
right.
He was scared of needles, but he had tattoos all over his
well,
body.
we
wouldn't
can
take that. No,
speculate
that's
all
what was
we
said,
want.
Jim.
But
You're
here's the
speculating.
facts.
No, the fact is
When the
he
number
wouldn't take the
when
test.
the number got
The fact is
high
he wouldn't
enough,
take the test.
Mayweather took it. It's a
No,
soon as
business
the
he
move.
fact
said
that
that,
he
it's
took
a
the
business
shot.
move.
No,
As soon as he
Jim.
said right
Canelo's
away.
going
Stop,
in there
Jim.
with a guy on fight night that's going to
Jim,
be
you
30
just
to
gotta- you have to
35
stop
pounds
spreading fake
heavier than
news.
him,
No.
which is no problem.
No,
Jim,
But
Benevitez
he
will
wants to
fight.
be paid.
Benavidez will be. I'd go to super. I would not go to light heavyweight. He's much better at super middleweight, and I would continuously challenge Canelo, make him look bad. When Archie Moore wanted to fight Rocky Marciano, he put flyers up. He went on the air. Of course, Rocky knocked him out. But my point is, go out and challenge him.
Yeah,
Go out and say
I
things.
agree.
You know what?
I agree.
I'm not bigger than Munguia. I'm not bigger than Berlanga. I'm not bigger
Listen,
than all
but
the
I
guys.
think he- I think he's done that. He said he's a fake Mexican.
Keep doing
He
it.
said all
Keep
that.
doing it.
And he
First
still
it was,
won't
I don't
fight
want to
him.
fight a Mexican.
Right.
Then he doesn't bring anything to the table.
And then he fought Jaime Munguia. And
You know
then
when he'll
the-
fight
then-
Benavidez? When Benavidez loses, gets his ass beat, I'll fight him. You know, it's ridiculous.
The way he's moved in the sport of boxing, as you look at the popularity of boxing, it's when Canelo was the face. It's going downhill since.
and I never
unfortunately,
understood
because he won't give us the big fights, Jim. Can you admit that?
Oh, he only fought 22 world
Jim,
champions.
the big
He
fights,
only
Jim.
fought
No,
22
okay,
Jim,
world
name
Jim,
me
the
some-
big fights.
name me some- wait a
First of all,
minute,
name me 5 guys. We know the first 3. Name me 5 guys that Benevitez has fought. He's fought
He's-
Caleb
nobody.
Plant, Dubois Andrade.
That's 2, and the other nut. That's 3. Now name me 2 more.
He wants to fight
Name me
Canelo,
2
though.
more. He just fought a bum.
Darrell.
He's scheduled to fight another
You
bum.
don't think he's?
That-
You don't think he
ever
deserves
see his
it?
His last
resume?
fight, he only fought
Canelo's
with the guy. He had
fought
one
2
loss to Benevitez.
22 former world
He's
champions.
challenging him though. He said,
Wait
"I
a
want to
minute.
fight
Wait a
him."
minute. Wait a
He's
minute.
the former
So did
WBC
Pacquiao.
champion.
200 million. Come up with the
Jim,
200
that is
million. He'll
insane.
fight.
Nobody, listen.
You know what's insane It's insane
The fact that you keep
for you to
capping
go
for
with
this.
Rolly, for you to go with
are you
Wilder,
talking
for you to
about?
go with that guy that in
What are
your
you
way
talking
beat. Who
about?
is it now? Fulton. Listen, you starting to sound like the Aaron Hernandez, Angel Hernandez of boxing judges in 2024.
But yet you still have yet to beat me. When we do the year end,
We
you haven't
got a
beat me yet.
mailbag question from somebody, and I'll read it when I get it. The question was for you, Jim. What could Canelo do to disappoint you?
Nothing.
We could
He's a
retire,
fan boy. He's a
retire,
fan.
retire.
Spoken like a fan.
He
boy.
just said he
If-
named four guys.
Who?
That Canelo Luther. He named 4 guys.
Name me 5 guys that
no.
Benevitez fought.
Wait, but he wants to fight
No,
Canelo.
wait. Name me 5 guys. His resume
You
is
keep
so
adding.
poor.
He get 1, 2, 3. Oh, let me get 5. Let me get.
Yeah,
start
5.
over. Let me
We
start
can
over.
name.
He's
We can
done
name
everything.
22
Let me
start
world
over. Can I ask you a
champions.
question? Can I ask you a serious
Yes.
question? I'll keep this second.
Did you like that guy that Benevitez just fought that ain't fought in 4 years?
He only
You giving him
he
credit
only
for
lost
that
one.
bump?
Who's
He
gonna
only
fight?
lost
What do you
one.
say though? You got to keep busy. He kept busy. People aren't fighting him.
Canelo
Luther
fight him.
said,
Wait. He has not fought 5 good fighters in his whole career.
Jim, come on,
he's
stop.
fine.
The last
you like
3.
slandering
Y'all
boxers.
can name
All right,
5.
forget all
Y'all
that.
can name the
let me
last
ask you a
3.
serious question.
Name me 5,
Would
Lou.
you- would you come over to
Darrell's
my
not a
house?
good
That's
fighter.
3. That's the
on,
third
Jim.
one.
We know you
Who
ain't-
else?
We know you ain't
Jim.
paying for no pay-per-view. So if you came to my house, would you come? Would you be more excited, Canelo, Munguia, what was the other guy you mentioned?
Canelo,
Jacobs,
Billy Joe Saunders.
Saunders, and the guy started with a B. I'm
He's
losing my
fought
damn
70
mind.
people.
Belangra.
He's
Or
got
would you rather
over
see him
70
fight-
fights.
or would you see him
He
fight-
got
I don't
22
care.
world
Jim,
champions.
Would you rather
Not
see him
making
fight
any sense,
Benavidez?
Jim.
Huh?
Would you rather see him fight Benavidez?
Not at this
Why?
price. 200
What?
million, I would.
I don't care about the
Who
money.
cares about the money?
I'm
Jim,
talking about
you're
in the
not
ring.
getting, Jim,
It's
you
for
are not
a
getting
year.
none of the money.
Everybody says Mayweather and Pacquiao hurt
missing my point.
boxing because it took so
he doesn't
long.
wanna hear
It's
your
a
point.
business. Canelo's a business.
Right, you're
He
right,
don't-
you're
he
right,
don't wanna
you're
hear.
right.
Who
And
needs
I
the
told
payday?
Luther- I
Canelo
told
got
Luther many times.
330 million
So
in
why
the
is he
bank.
asking for 200 million?
Because
He ain't
that's
getting
what
it.
it would take.
It's
He
a
ain't
duck
getting it.
move.
No,
It's a duck move,
Does
Jim.
Mayweather get 224 million for Pacquiao?
He's not Mayweather.
And Pacquiao
He's
got
not
They're both
122.
bigger
And
draws.
he's not
They're
Mayweather.
both bigger draws than
Who,
Canelo.
Mayweather wasn't no draw. He fought people
Jim,
that was
Jim,
a draw.
stop.
Right?
I-
We
Jim,
always said that.
No, that's not true.
And,
Listen, out of the top,
Benevitez
stop,
is
can I-
no draw.
out of the top,
He is
Jim,
no
out of the top,
draw.
Jim, stop.
I would
Stop.
love to see
Jim,
Canelo
can you
fight
stop lying?
Pacquiao.
Okay, wait a minute. Now
The
you
draw.
said- now you said-
Pacquiao's
Can
a
you
draw.
stop?
You said it was his
Stop
opponent.
lying,
That
Jim.
either you wanted him to win or you wanted him to get killed. But they
look,
paid. Am I right or wrong?
Would they have paid for Benevitez
See,
and
Jim,
Mayweather? No.
See, Jim, listen,
Listen,
Jim,
Mayweather
Jim.
came to
With
cheerleaders
the
and
Mexican-
couldn't get a crowd.
How many times you going to say that, Jim?
They was holding signs up outside.
Please come.
We got Mayweather in there. People was running the red light to get away.
You ran in there to see him, no, didn't you? Woo, Floyd! But you would have
I
slammed him
think,
out.
like you
Listen,
said,
out of the top 5 pay-per-views,
he's got him.
how many of them were dominated by Floyd? And they're not
How many
rematches.
was his
How
opponent?
many?
McGregor,
It's just-
Pacquiao.
well, it's all including
Who else?
Floyd.
Name
What are you
one-
talking
name
about,
one-
Jim?
Name
You make
one
no sense.
that he didn't have a
Well,
good
what-
opponent.
Jim,
Name
what-
one he didn't
stop,
have a good
stop.
opponent.
Can I talk? Can I talk?
Oscar De La Hoya.
How many of those other guys are in the top 10 pay-per-views?
Right. That's what I was
Unless
gonna
they
say.
fought
That's what I was
Mayweather.
gonna say.
Stop talking
Name-
right now.
name me-
You're done.
name
You
me
were
a
done like
Mayweather-
Ryan
No,
Garcia. You're done.
Jim, wait, you said his opponents.
Yes.
And Jim,
So
but
why aren't
Luther
they
came
in there
back.
again?
Luther-
Why aren't they in
yes.
there again? They're only in there if they're fighting Floyd, Jim.
What
Stop.
was that guy they called the Tank? That guy I thought was going to give.
Davis.
No. He started with a B. I forgot the hell his name is. I'm losing
Yeah,
my mind.
yeah, it's
But
easy
but
to
but,
do.
but
Floyd,
Mayweather
listen,
destroyed
Floyd
him.
Pack is in
They
there.
were not going to pay for him.
Thank you, because Floyd
Berto?
should
Berto? Who you
No.
talking-
Sugar
None
Ray,
of them, no.
Sugar Ray in his prime could have fought anybody
Jim,
and,
you need to
and it
stop
went through the
this,
roof.
Jim.
Muhammad
Floyd,
Ali
okay.
and Joe
Floyd
Frazier did
Pacquiao,
300
Floyd McGregor,
million.
Floyd Canelo. All these are Floyd fights.
Yeah,
Not anybody
thank
else. Why-
goodness for the opponent.
Why
Floyd
don't,
was
so
the
why
bait.
don't they have any other pay-per-views
Thank
in the top
goodness
10?
for the
They
opponent.
don't. They don't.
Oh, man,
What are you talking about,
starting to
Jim?
be
They don't have any other pay-per-view top
Luther, help
10
me out,
unless
man.
they were fighting Floyd.
was
So
him.
that tells you Floyd was a draw.
Luther.
That's why he's made more money than any other
Thank
boxer in
goodness for
history.
the opponent.
Balazar,
No. Okay, but-
Balazar, something like that. He was a big boy.
Baldassar. Is it Baldassar?
I'm not sure, but he was like.
Yeah, nobody paid for that.
But okay, but he would never do a pay per
Floyd
view
is
on his
just
own.
getting,
But
and
against
Floyd
Floyd, he
just
did.
getting ready to fight Gotti 3, Gotti
Okay.
2.
It's an
Nobody's
exhibition.
paying for that. Nobody's paying for that.
But
that's
it's
Floyd.
an exhibition.
That's Floyd.
He's an
That's
exhibition.
Floyd. Sugar Ray Leonard
Jim,
can fight.
you have no facts to back you up.
Listen,
where are your facts, Jim?
Mike
You're
Tyson
just
fight
spitting out
anybody is
nonsense.
going through. Him and Jake. And Mike had to come up with ulcer flares. People all over the world wanted to see
No
that.
stats. No stats. You're just making stuff
we got
up.
one
No
more,
stats.
We got one more news.
Yeah, nobody
Dan-
want to see.
No stats.
Nobody want to see Gotti and Floyd.
The top 10
That's
pay-per-views
Floyd.
say otherwise, Jim. Other than you talking this cheerleader
There's top 10
garbage.
for Gotti and Floyd?
Not this. He's a retired
but
fighter.
Tyson
He's
and
a
Jake
retired
Paul.
fighter.
Tyson and Jake Paul.
Who has more top 10
Gotti only
pay-per-views?
has
Floyd?
two boxing fights.
Exactly.
Gotti only has two.
This is an exhibition. This is
Yeah,
a
like
money.
you said,
This
nobody
is
wanna
a
see
money
Floyd.
grab.
Nobody want to see Floyd.
It's a money grab.
You gotta have their
Somebody's
opponent.
paying him. Huh?
Daniel
have
Dubois was given the IBF heavyweight championship belt after Usyk dropped it. Your thoughts?
After,
on
well, it was stripped from Usyk.
okay.
You know, listen, I don't like
Carlos something.
that. Carlos Baltimore. Is it Baltimore?
Yeah, Broner. There you go.
But yeah, Daniel Dubois, listen, it looks like he's going to
Starting to
fight.
sound like Joe Biden.
It looks
Me,
like he's going to
maybe.
fight Anthony Joshua. I like the fight. You know, he can't get out of the way of a right hand. I think it's going to be a good fight. I don't like belts getting stripped and handed to somebody. I wish
have
he
to
could have
earn it
fought
in the
for
ring.
it. But you know,
Who do you like in the fight? I like
I think
AJ.
you know what? AJ's on a win tour, and Dubois still makes a lot of mistakes, and he's quick. You know, I liked him in this last fight. Unfortunately, I think AJ may be able to get him just on experience. Right. I don't think either one of them are real great though.
No. Dubois against AJ. Who do you like?
Did you hit your head, lose short-term memory? They didn't give nobody no belt. He fought.
Jim, they stripped
No, wait a
Usyk.
minute.
They don't
stripped
you understand?
Usyk, and who's the guy whose father died? Who's the guy who
Herkovich.
But they didn't
and
fight
him
for the
fought
belt, though.
Yes, they did. They fought for the belt.
wait.
They fought for the belt.
Jim,
They
but you
fought
didn't
for
beat
the
champion.
belt.
Okay.
Nobody had the
Luther,
belt.
I
They
don't think
earned
they
it in the
stripped-
ring.
I don't think
Herc-
they did.
No, they fought for the belt. I
Wait a
know.
minute.
I'm a
Jim.
journalist.
Okay, so in other words,
Okay,
wait a
they
minute.
stripped
Luther, I don't think
Usyk.
so.
They
though.
stripped Usyk, which should have
I
been
don't
done.
think so.
No, they fought for the
Why
belt.
should have been
Wrong, I'll
done?
admit it.
He's the undisputed champion.
Did
He
they
just
say
destroyed
this was for the
Floyd.
IBF heavyweight
Yes.
title?
Yes.
They didn't say this was for the
Yes,
IBF.
He did
yes,
get
it
he did
was.
get the belt 'cause they
Herkovich,
stripped
they didn't have the
Usyk.
belt.
That night
The
when he
winner,
beat Herkovich,
the winner got the
they
belt.
did put a
Everybody
belt
thought Herkovich,
They give a belt
including
every
you,
damn night.
was going to win. Everybody thought Herkovich was going to get that belt, but he got beat.
I said Dubois. I said Dubois that
Huh?
fight. I said Dubois that
Since
fight.
what after his
Because
grandfather
Herkovich
died?
hadn't fought. Jim, stop.
Jim's hard.
He had a fight. He had a fight since his
But
dad
not a
died.
top
Fight
guy.
results.
Dubois has been fighting tougher competition. That's why I picked
The
him.
only one was given the belt was the bum from
Ken
Philly
Norton.
and Kenny Norton.
He got it the same. He's fighting for it. Jim,
Who?
stop.
Boots got the belt. They gave Boots the belt.
They stripped him
A
just
belt
like
he
they
didn't
stripped
want-
Usyk.
A belt
so
he
stop,
didn't
Jim.
want.
You can't give
All he
Dubois
wanted was
credit.
street cred in Philly.
You can't give Dubois credit and not give Boots credit.
No, he
Then
fought
the
for
CG
it.
doesn't
He
make
fought
sense,
for
Jim.
it. He fought Herkovich for it.
And he's going to fight Evanesian for it.
Who?
What do you talk Boots? He's
No, Boots already got it. They
okay,
gave
but
it
he's
to
still
him.
fighting for
Yeah,
it.
they
It's the
gave
same
it to
thing.
him.
They both
Now,
stripped
if
for the
the
champion.
hockey, what do they call him, guys? The commissioner. Your boy, the hockey commissioner. Okay. All right. Fight results. Blair Cobb, 17-1-1, defeats Adrian Broner, 35-5-1. Unfortunately, I think Broner's done.
He's been
I said he was going to be big time when he first came up, but he didn't have it mentally. He had it physically, but didn't have the discipline to become a good superstar champion. He tried to act like Floyd. The thing about Floyd is
Floyd put
Floyd
it
may
to
have
work.
thrown stuff, but Floyd worked and he was disciplined.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised. I picked Blair Cobbs to win this. Blair Cobbs is a glorified street fighter, but he's good enough to beat Adrian Broner. You know, he's still in the streets. He's too busy talking about other fighters, not really in the gym, and he's never in shape. And now he's getting dropped. Got his tooth knocked out when he got dropped. You know, it's just all bad for AB. It's a shame. It's a career wasted. Blair Cobbs, I like his style. I like the way he talks, but he's not a factor. But
He'll talk himself into a title shot.
yeah, which is good for him. It's good for him, but AB's done. Wasted talent.
Luth, Jim.
Oh, please don't do that.
Well, you know, AB got a twin brother. I'm not sure if that was AB or his twin brother in the ring.
Oh,
but
here
I've
we
never
go.
seen. Here's what I never seen before. AB came in that fight. He was in super shape.
Was he?
In the press conference, he had abs. I've never seen a guy that looked like he was getting fatter and fatter as the fight was going on. It's like he was pregnant. I mean, I've never seen that. You know, I know you rehydrate.
A transformer, huh?
Yeah,
He just
but he
transformed the
was,
belly.
I'm looking, I'm like, this guy's getting fat by the round. I never, because he had stomach muscles.
He didn't
and
have
everything.
water in that bottle. He had something else, Jim.
Was there ever,
Come on,
you know,
man.
was there ever a guy who had that much talent, and he won a belt, but that just threw it away?
I don't see all this talent you guys were
did,
talking
I
about.
did,
He had decent talent, but you guys act like he was the next Floyd, had all this speed
you
power.
got it, too.
He was beating smaller guys, and then once he got to his normal weight, he started getting exposed. That's what I saw. You know, good talent, but not elite.
When he
not
was fighting
elite
at a lower
talent.
weight, did you see it?
He was beating the smaller guys.
Did you
He
see
was
it?
beating smaller guys.
The
Then once he
question
got
is,
up,
did you see it?
I saw a good fighter.
Okay.
I didn't see elite like you guys are talking. He did not have elite skills to me.
I thought he did.
He had
I
good
did.
skills.
I
Good
did.
skills. Good.
I thought he was only gonna get better,
See,
but
this
he
the
hit a
difference between
wall.
me and you, Jim. I say good and I see elite.
In baseball and football and all
He didn't
sports,
have-
you
what-
hit a
what was
wall.
it- So what
He
was
hit a
elite
wall.
about him? Did he have?
I thought he had good
tremendous-
pop, and I thought he was good
Good
defensively.
pop, okay, but not elite pop. How about speed?
But everything.
I didn't see it. I mean, elite is Boots level elite. Elite is Floyd elite. Bud elite.
I
Those
thought he had the
guys.
total package except for up here
I don't know. Man.
when he was coming up. But he hit a wall. And, you know,
Did he
Jim
hit a
will tell
wall?
you-
Or did he start fighting better
Better
guys?
people. Maybe a little both,
And guys
yeah. And his
at his
attitude.
level.
And his
Yeah,
attitude.
and then he didn't put the work in. He was a good fighter. I never saw elite from him. I'm
Guest
sorry.
of our show, Cassius Cheney, 23
I was so
16,
disappointed.
lost to Michael Bounty Hunter.
He didn't
do
throw.
anything.
He didn't
Yeah.
throw. He was a
This was
punching
a big
bag.
opportunity for him.
I don't know. You would think there was an extra bag in his locker room because he wouldn't throw. He went in there, it was just a punching bag. He wouldn't let his hands go. It wasn't like Michael Bounty Hunter is a big power guy.
I thought he was going to win this fight.
I thought he
Cass.
did too.
And this
I
was
took
a
it
big
out.
opportunity.
I took it out, and you just don't throw. You know, he turned to the
seemed
AB. He was
disinterested.
on AB's court and turned to the AB. Just had his hands in his pocket. It was
Why-
sad to
I don't-
watch.
It's
We
one thing.
got to bring him back on and see if was there something going on outside
But if
of
somebody's
it?
punching you, though, you know, you think that would wake you up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
You know, Michael Hunter's not a big puncher, but
Somebody, I
he
don't
was just
care if
sitting
somebody's
there.
hitting you, punching
He
you.
was just sitting there, wouldn't throw.
He's
I've
pretty
never
much,
seen
he's going to be an
anything like
opponent
that.
now.
Yeah.
If he fights, he's going to be an
I
opponent.
was really disappointed, man. He should have come on our show before he fought.
Yeah.
He needed some TBA karma.
Jim?
Well, greatest here in heavyweight division.
Oh, my
I tell you what, we just keep underestimating Michael, the bounty hunter. He only has one loss, and I think that's to Usyk.
At cruiserweight.
And I tell you what, man, I was surprised. I was hoping that Cassius Clay, with all that talent, would
Cheney. That's okay.
Cheney.
Well, you know why? I'm going to break. He may have had a twin brother.
All right.
That's why.
They're the twin brother.
Tank Davis defends WBA lightweight title with an eighth round knockout against Frank Martin, and I was shocked. I was shocked that it didn't go longer. But Tank, again, he took another step up for me.
Yeah, you know what I said when we talked.
you were
I think I
big on
said,
Frank Martin.
yeah, it was. I thought it would be a 9th or 10th round stoppage. I just thought Frank Martin had a great game plan early. You've never seen Tank Davis's face marked up like this, but he ran out of gas. Once Tank figures you out and starts walking you down, I mean that upper hand, he got those life-threatening
Digs.
left uppercuts. Nobody at 135 can take that.
Oh.
You know, I mean, he's fast, he's powerful. What can you say about Tank Davis?
He
man?
digs that.
He digs, and he's fast. You know, he's not a big guy, but that power
He can
comes
hit,
with the
but
speed, power,
There
man.
you go.
They said they seen him knock out heavyweights in sparring. I mean, that left.
you
That's
think
what
Martin
you
was
said
better?
about Haney too. When we found out.
I
that.
never said he
you
was
said
knocking
that
out
about
heavyweights.
that-
I never
that
said
boy
that.
for Dallas. Who's that boy
What?
for Dallas?
I never said that about Haney.
No, the dude from Dallas. Who you said that about
Dallas.
him?
Who, Spence?
Spence. You said that about
No,
Spence. and we
Spence
know
was
that-
knocking
we
guys
know
out.
That was a lie.
I never said Spence was knocking out
We know
heavyweights.
that was a lie.
Listen, he lost one fight,
Everybody
and he's been in a
knocking
lot
out
of accidents.
heavyweights.
I said Tank Davis. That's on record
Yeah,
that he's knocked out
Kanaki.
heavyweights.
Kanaki.
Anyway,
Anyway,
great look for Tank Davis.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
the best at 135. I wish Shakur and Haney would have got that fight, but hopefully it's coming down the line. But Tank is the man.
Thoughts on Martin and Davis?
Well, again,
Here
I
comes
told you
Haney.
guys before that the Martin's the ghost that you guys all thought was going to finish his career undefeated.
Nobody said that.
I told you in
no,
his
nobody
last
said
fight.
that. Nobody
I told
said
you
that.
in his last fight
No.
before Tank. I said
Why'd
I've
you look
never
at me
seen.
whenever he said undefeated?
Because you say everybody's going undefeated?
I said I've never seen a beating like that since '71 when Ali Frazier. I said he should take 8 months off. He ended up taking a year off. Right now, and I tell you what,
talking about?
if you would open the ghost up,
Who are you talking about?
If you would open the ghost up, you would find out that his spoiled liver, his kidneys are spoiled, and his gizzards. He's basically done. I mean,
It's one fight, Jim.
He took that beating. Joe Frazier was never the same.
He was
after
winning most of
71.
that fight,
And
Jim.
Yeah, what happened?
He got caught.
Yeah.
He got caught by one of the best heavy-handed fighters in boxing. He's a knockout artist.
He got hit in the liver and found out it was spoiled.
There's only 2 fighters that survived.
He needs time to let that
against
liver
Tank Davis.
regenerate.
And he's not one of them. Come on, man. You slander these dudes, man. It was one loss against an elite fighter.
Well, he went up in my book. Did he go up in yours a little bit more, Tank?
Yes, I tell you what, I was wrong. I admit
been
it, I
wrong.
was
Yeah,
wrong.
another
when Tank fought Garcia, that's when I seen the magic. I thought he was on the other
he
side
fought a
of his
quitter.
career.
Yeah, he fought
I
a
tell you
quitter.
what, I can see why Haney's running away from Tank. I can see why Stevenson is running away from Tank.
Who's running?
This
Everybody
guy-
wants a Tank payday.
This guy is an unbelievable.
Real quick, since you
to be
mentioned
that
that,
short,
who do
too.
you like? Yeah, between Haney, Tank, and Shakur Tank.
Well, Haney and Stevenson don't want no part of Tank.
Oh,
Tank will
Jim,
kill him.
stop.
I
Now,
think
we
Tank
already
wins.
seen Haney don't have a chin.
I think.
Listen,
Tank
he
wins.
fought against a guy that was juiced up and kept getting up. So that tells me
Well,
that
that one time
a
it
chin
looked
is
like
when
he
you get
wasn't
knocked
going.
down and
Well,
won't
it
go
looked
to
like
sleep.
he didn't want it. Referee
Did he
helped
get
him
up?
up on the
He
one.
got up every
with
single
the
time.
aid of the ref.
First of all, it was a PED juice fighter. We don't know how much stuff he had in him. But he kept getting up. So that's respect. That's a good chin to me. If you get knocked down and go to sleep immediately, that's not much of a chin.
Ryan Garcia leaned over to him and said, "Stay down, in."
Now, if Tank fights Shakur or Haney, who do you like?
Listen, man, Tank. I think Tank
I see
beats
no
everybody
reason.
at 135 and 140.
Finally.
Undefeated?
No,
Undefeated?
you were the
Finally.
one. You were the one who was
When I
against Tank.
said, when I
always
said Haney would move to 147 if Tank moved to 140, you got all on me.
No,
He'd go to 154 if
Listen,
Tank
I always
was.
said Tank. I always said Tank would beat him, but that would be a tough fight for him because
Even that
of their
heavyweight
style.
that
Oh, yeah,
Tank
that'd be a
knocked
tough
out.
fight.
Even that heavyweight Tank knocked out said Haney don't want him. Is there a
Stop,
name?
man.
Is there a name to that heavyweight that he knocking out?
Kalnaka.
At 5'2"?
Kalnaka.
Yeah.
Teofimo Lopez retains WBO junior welter against Steve
Clapper, that was a
Claggett.
horrible fight, Jim. Listen, that was a fight. Tio, it was supposed to be a highlight type of fight. Tio was cut up, marked, eyes busted up. Yes, he won, but he wasn't really impressive in this fight, man. This is a
little
guy
wide
you're supposed to knock
still.
out. And listen, I think there's a lot of holes in his game. And if he fights a Pitbull Cruz, if he fights a Devin Haney, if he fights a Gary Russell, Matias, I think they all beat him.
I don't know about Matias or Russell, but let me
I
ask
think
you
they
guys
do.
this, Luther and Jim. I've never seen a guy move as much as Tio does and still get hit.
Yeah.
He moves.
But look at his
But,
hands. Because
am I right?
look how low his hands are.
But
he keeps his
Luther,
hands
when
down.
when you move, you're not supposed to get hit.
He blocks.
He gets hit.
He blocks with his face, and his
Move
hands
your
around
damn
his
head.
waist.
And like you said, he's the coaches. I don't want to get into the baseball thing, but there's so many holes in a baseball hitter. You would think
Somebody
the
would
coach
think-
would say.
Yeah.
A trainer, I don't give a damn if he's your dad, who he is.
Well,
You're
know.
throwing wide rights. You're getting hit by Claggett, who's what would you call him?
A C-level fighter.
I'll call him tough.
Okay,
he's going to be
tough,
there.
He's a tough
But
C-level fighter.
he hits you way too many times. Son.
Right,
That's
yeah.
why I say.
But I mean, Tio doesn't strike me as the smartest guy in the world.
But
So,
Luther, you're
you know,
getting hit. It
seems like
stinks.
you
Get
get
the
hit
hell out of the way.
If you're smart, yes. Tio's not that. I mean, Tio's just Tio. You
And-
know.
and I'm gonna say this,
And
too.
look, his power's not the same at 140. He won a lot of those fights at 135 by highlight reel knockouts. At 140, his
Then you
power
better
is
move
average
even
at
more
best.
now as
His
a
power is
heavier weight.
average at best. He's food for these top
You're
guys.
right. He's the power didn't come up.
It didn't come up
So
at
you got to
all.
move more.
Yeah.
and be more of a
I think
boxer.
there's a lot more things he could do, but I think once he fights the right guy, he'll be exposed. I had Sandor Martin beating him. I even had Jermaine Ortiz beating him.
Yeah, he did.
But,
He did.
of course, Top Rank saved him.
Jim, thoughts on the fight?
Well, first of all, let's give credit where credit is due. He's a lot like me. I would not fight.
What, slow?
Under 10 million views on pay-per-view.
Well, he didn't get.
He'd fight on national
He didn't
TV.
get 10 million views.
That's why I said I would fight on national
delusional
TV.
like Jim.
He fought after the Heisman.
But he didn't get hit, though.
For some reason, he just can't get the population to love him. He's fought on national TV. He's fought after the Heisman. He fought on
That's
ESPN.
the only time he did big numbers.
He is his biggest problem is he's a type fighter can only get up for big fights. He could not get up
Maybe a
for this
point,
fighter.
Jim,
But the
you may-
fans
it may be a
came out.
point.
The beautiful women came out. It was
A lot
nice,
of people play to their opponent.
Yeah.
In golf
so-
and football,
Yeah.
teams,
Come on,
individuals,
he's
boxing.
just not that. Jim, he's just not that good. He's just not that guy.
Who's better? Okay, Teofimo or his twin brother? Keyshawn Davis.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Who fought a tough guy, Mudueno.
Dirty. This guy was
Dirty,
a
picked
dirty
him up.
fighter.
Dog. But I'm going to say this again, Luther, before we get your opinion. Keyshawn looks great, and I think, now you know me, because you always criticize me, marinate. You got to wait. I think he's ready for a title shot, Keyshawn Davis.
Yeah, I'd like to see him.
But
He's ready for that next blunt.
But Luther,
He
he's
stopped
another one.
smoking.
Yes,
Luther,
yeah.
He said he stopped smoking. He found God.
but another one, he gets hit more than he should.
Yeah, I mean, this is boxing. Claudio guys are going to get hit, man.
Muhammad, when he was Cassius Clay,
Muhammad is one
would
of
be
them.
like you.
Oh,
he
God.
prided himself on not getting hit. And Cooney said this when he became Muhammad Ali. He prided himself on what kind of a hit he could take. You don't want to take hits. Haney he would go
Davis.
like this.
Keyshawn Davis.
Right? No, I'm talking about Haney. He would just move, and you miss him. Right? He didn't want to get hit. Good point. Keyshawn and Teofimo and even Shakur, they get hit more than they should.
Shakur don't get hit. Now, Shakur,
He
got
did
hit
the other day.
he didn't get hit much at all.
More than he should have.
Yeah.
Oh,
More than
my
he should have.
goodness.
I agree with
The
Claudio
percentage is low. Nobody hits. People hit him. The percentage is so. He's a defensive first.
Did
type of
Mayweather
fighter.
get hit much?
No.
No.
See, we
And
do
neither
because
does Shakur.
Now,
See,
Jersey
we-
Joe Walcott, when he fought,
you and I watched this Stevenson fight without the Grey Goose.
Jim, Stevenson didn't get hit. The problem was he wasn't offensive enough. But defensively, he wasn't getting hit at all.
we'll get to that, but Keyshawn, go ahead.
he got
Get
booed.
your thoughts on Keyshawn.
Listen, Keyshawn, he's a character in there. He fought a real tough guy with a great chin. He made some great combinations. I thought he could have done a little more going to the body, but he listened to his trainer. Bomac, again, had him, with the right game plan, and he fought a tough guy and
I
won.
think he's great.
Who?
Keyshawn.
Keyshawn?
I really like him
He's
a
solid.
lot.
We got to see him step up
He's
a little more.
quick, he's
I'm wondering
accurate.
about how his power is, though, because he hit that guy with everything but the kitchen
But
sink.
that guy was tough. You got to give him a little credit. He was
He was
dirty.
tough,
he was
but
tough.
I mean, his face
And-
wasn't marked up, but he
no,
was
no,
catching
that's
with
true, too.
combinations. I was shocked.
I always
man.
criticize the promoter. I think they put him against a veteran who was 33 wins.
Yeah.
And Keyshawn looked great. He was calm.
Keyshawn,
he
yeah.
was cool.
Keyshawn
When that
is
guy
solid.
was being dirty,
Man, he
Keyshawn
picked him up like he was trying to body slam
and
him.
Keyshawn kept his composure.
Did he try
His
to tackle him on
maturity.
the knee? Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a kid, but he was very mature. How old is he?
25.
Is
25,
Keyshawn 25?
yeah, he's
Okay,
25.
but very mature. That kid's gonna be big time, and he's gonna retire undefeated. Okay, Jim, your thoughts on the
He
fight?
hates
Well, number
Keyshawn.
one, I thought the best fighter of the night was the young kid from Cleveland. That's going to be
From
a great
Ohio.
one. Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio. I don't know. if
Cleveland
you
is in Ohio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cleveland,
Yeah.
Ohio. You remember his name?
Oh,
Lou?
man, it slipped
But
my mind.
that boy's going to be good. I've seen him fight before. I thought that the judges did a great job on the shock fight. I thought he got whooped.
No.
Everybody had him
Oshaki
winning every
Foster
round. I
won
had him
that.
losing.
He was
He
wrong.
got- I knew he was
Well,
gonna
number
say it.
one, Lou, you're not a judge.
And neither are you if you thought he
He had
won.
Medueno winning too.
Everybody in boxing knew he won.
I had
Conseco
him
even was
losing.
surprised. He was
I know.
crying. He's like, wait, I won.
Yeah, what,
That
running the whole fight?
No,
He
got-
landed more.
No, he
Did you
ran.
look at the punch
He
count?
ran.
Did you watch the fight,
Well,
Jim?
I didn't. me or the judges believe that punch count because
Those judges had that
'cause
card filled out
that boy
before the
from
fight.
Brazil, that boy from Brazil was running after him, throwing punches,
And missing.
all he was
That
doing
guy
was
was
running.
missing like he
I
was
had
an
him,
amateur.
I had him winning
And
just
you're
like the
wrong.
judges.
Everybody
but listen,
in
I
boxing
told
said
you
he
guys
lied.
before, and I'll say it again. I'll repeat myself. This is about as average a fighter I've ever seen, Keyshawn Davis. And I
Really?
agree with Claudio. If I'm his, what's the fat
Bowman,
trainer?
Bowman.
Boner?
Why you gotta call-
What's that out of shape guy?
You mean the Hall of Fame
Is he in
trainer,
the
Bowman?
wheelchair too?
Bowman,
Hey, listen,
chill.
if I'm his trainer, I would get him to the money as fast as I can before he get back
Jim,
on the
I
dope.
thought he looked
and
great.
He got his mom holding his belt and everything else
What's
just
wrong
to
with
keep
that,
that blunt
Jim?
out of his mouth. Hey, listen, the guy is about as average as you can be.
Really?
Listen, do you think he's a top 10 fighter in the world?
In his weight
all,
class?
No, in all weight classes.
What are you
So
talking about?
that's
For
no.
power? Not
How
yet.
about top 20%? That's no. So that means he's
I think
average
he's
right
climbing
there.
up.
He
Just
does
starting his
nothing
career.
great.
Wait, you
he
like
has
his
no
mechanics.
side movement.
Oh,
Sugar Ray
Jim.
Leonard would
Stop
have ate that
comparing,
dude up.
stop comparing him to
I'm
Sugar Ray
saying
Leonard.
anybody with Kid Gavilan, all right? He would have ate him up.
But no,
He had no side.
okay.
He was back and forth.
You're right.
He
I
was back
said
and
I
forth.
did say he got hit too much.
Thank you.
But I do like his mechanics. If he moved more, he'd be big time. His hands are quick.
Oh,
He's accurate.
Are they elite quick? Are they the fastest in the world? No.
No.
Is his power the fastest in the world? No.
everybody has
Is his
to be.
defense? That's all average. He's an average guy. He's an average guy in a top weight class, 135.
Can
I ask you a
I think that
question?
boy,
Top?
I
Can I
think
ask
that
you a
boy
question?
Cleveland could
Can I ask
beat
you a
him.
question? You said even Luther, elite. Okay, you're a baseball historian, as are you. Did Joe DiMaggio have the best arm ever? No. Was he the fastest outfielder ever? No. Was he the biggest power hitter ever? No. Was he the best defensive center fielder? Maybe. But he was arguably one of the greatest. When people say the greatest outfielders, they talk about Clemente, Mays, DiMaggio. So you didn't. Clemente, did he have the most power? No. Was he the
Did
fastest?
Joe DiMaggio smoke dope?
Come
Did his mama stand by him?
what I'm saying?
Did his mama stand by him in
Jill,
center field?
Not everybody.
Was his mama in the hotel room
My
with
point is,
Marilyn
Jill,
Monroe?
you don't have to be
Everybody's gonna be elite.
for everything.
I said he's
Exactly.
average. I said
He's
he's
way
average.
better than average.
Listen, the one thing about Joe DiMaggio was a gamer. He said the little kid, I play
right,
well
that's
because
right,
that
that's
little
right.
kid may never see me play. Listen, do you think that Keyshawn Davis has got great work ethic?
I don't know.
He ain't Italian. He ain't Jake LaMotta.
Jim,
You
you
think
never-
he's going?
Jim,
Jake
you never
LaMotta
been.
went 5 years without having sex with his wife until he won the world championship.
Jim, come on,
Is
man.
anybody doing that? You didn't do
Anyway,
that in Kentucky.
Shakur Stevenson
Come on, man.
lost to Artem. Well, I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
what?
He beat.
Oh,
I'm getting
okay.
like.
All right,
I'm-
you're getting like
you guys
Jim.
messing me
Jim
up.
start talking
now,
so much, the
real quick,
CTE
the thing.
spreads.
What were your thoughts? I've never seen a boxer be so upset with his corner and talking
Well,
back
see,
and
that's
forth.
the thing, man. His grandfather is his lead trainer. He would tell him something, and Stevenson would be going back and forth. Sometimes as a boxer, you need to stop and listen, and then just do what he said. I didn't like that. Stevenson has all the talent in the world. I still don't know about his chin. I still think he's too defensive oriented at times, and I didn't like the back and forth with his trainer. I mean, it was like a conversation. Stop talking.
Not even.
Catch
He
your
was,
breath and just
mad
listen.
about it. He was
No, I'm getting him out this round. No, he's doing this. I gotta shut up and listen to your corner.
He
I was
act like
disappointed in
you.
him.
He act like you.
No, he not like you. You ain't never listened to your coaches, Joe. I got the scouting report. Talent,
Your
hard to
thoughts on the
coach.
fight.
Well, first of all, I thought Stevenson took an L for not taking that 5-year top rate.
Oh,
5
Jim,
year,
there you go with
5
this
fight,
money.
$15 million
He'll get a bigger deal.
because it looks like last 2 fights he's going downhill again. I said it before on this show. He don't have a clear mind. His woman wasn't even. His fiance wasn't at the fight. Where she was at performing at an NBA city, and they making They 6'9", 270, and they make it
Jim,
314 million.
His daughter, she had to work,
again,
Jim.
huh?
She had a job, and
Yeah,
the daughter was
just
with
like
him.
Bradshaw
Was his
with
daughter there?
JoJo
Oh, come on,
Starbuck.
Jim.
Every time she was touring around
Jim-
the world,
Jim is all
he
over the
didn't
place.
know the color of
He
the
threw an
uniform.
interception.
Interception.
Jim talking about his wife working.
Again, he hasn't been good since he got engaged. And I said these
Jim, he
guys
hasn't lost a
step
round.
out of their lane.
He's going 24-0.
They need to get a good church girl, Lou, or somebody that can read Arabic.
Oh, God, Jim.
But again, I thought he should have accepted that $15 million deal.
What does that
Five-fight
what
deal.
does that have to do with the fight, Jim?
No, he didn't
He's
look
going to
good.
get it better.
He didn't look good. He didn't look
He
good.
won every round.
That
He
guy's
was
smart.
mouthing off
Did he
to
win
his
every
friend.
round?
He
Did
was
he win
mouthing off. He was mouthing off to his pap.
Did he lose a round? Jim, did he lose a round?
First of all,
Jim, did he lose a round?
First of all, you
I don't
walk
think
in
he
the
lost
ring
any
with
rounds.
Clarissa Shields with 2 knockouts, so you know you ain't getting a knockout. You come in with washed up Ward, Andre Ward, and then you got Terrence Crawford wearing a do-rag. What kind of garbage?
Exactly.
What kind of garbage
No.
you
You're talking
hanging
about
with?
2 of the greatest of all time, 2 undefeated pound-for-pound fighters?
Yeah.
And the
And
greatest
they didn't
woman
dress
in
for the
boxing history?
occasion.
I don't care how
Maybe
They
they
didn't
dress.
dress for
Maybe
the
they had Grey
occasion.
Goose.
Oh, my goodness.
Although Clarissa looked good. She
He
did look
came
good.
in with undefeated legends, and that's who he's trying to be.
Yeah.
Now, what I didn't like is the tweeter sitting on his pants because he tweets too much. He's always.
Is that why he had
That's why he
that?
had that on there.
That's a
But you
black
coming
thing.
with
I didn't know
Bud
what that
Crawford,
meant.
Andre Ward, and Clarissa Shields? That's legendary stuff.
Yeah, 2
They're
knockouts.
all legends.
Clarissa, 2 knockouts.
Andre Ward got more.
What,
And Bud
really?
and Bud got a lot of knockouts.
Okay, he's washed up.
Who's watched up?
Andre Ward. He's still
He's
calling for
undefeated.
Canelo.
He's
Yeah,
undefeated.
he's
in the
retired.
Hall.
He's
He's
basically
in the Hall
a
of Fame.
heavyweight, and he's still calling for Canelo. I don't want to fight. He still want that
Jim,
money.
stop.
Did he
Tweeters
get
won every
fired? Why
round.
wasn't he on the air? Was he fired?
He's on his.
No, he's fired.
Because he
ESPN fired
works
him.
with Shakur.
What, on the podcast?
All right, as always, we hope you enjoy our show as much as we enjoy bringing it to you. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Boxing Authorities.